Salams and welcome with the series of solutions for the problems facing South Africa. I'm busy with the solution number 5, which is known as meritocracy. I'm a firm believer in meritocracy, which means hire the right person for the right job at the right time. So, very briefly, the principle of meritocracy states that we should hire the right people for the right job, irrespective of race, gender, religion, politics, or ethnicity. Hire people on merit. Get the right person for the job, irrespective of the skin. The brain of a person is not found in the color of the skin. This rule should also extend to universities. Please do not have quota systems. If a student has performed well academically, then they should be admitted into medical schools or other career opportunities. Many high performing students, and I'm talking from personal experience from the Indian community, have to study in Dubai, London, or China because they were refused admission at our local universities. As I mentioned in one of my previous videos, the Indians and the colors and the Malays are regarded as a sandwich generation. We were not too white, we were not white enough in apartheid, and now we are not black enough. So please remove all these quota systems and hire people on merit. The best person, the ones with the most academic good marks, must get a position at university or at a job at a hospital or in a career in any business. If we do this, then we are contributing to the proverbial brain drain, and our top students are then going to universities overseas and other countries are benefiting. We should allow South Africa to benefit because we are paying for their students' education, and we need to look after our local people. As they say in Afrikaans, local is lekker. There are many highly skilled business leaders or students or unemployed people who desperately want to be given an opportunity to work and thereby enjoy the honor and dignity that comes with being employed. And I was very sad to hear recently that more than 1,000 interns in South Africa can't get a job. They want to specialize or do various other, they can't get a job. So please, the government needs to look into this. We need doctors. Let's stop importing overseas doctors when our own doctors are unemployed and looking for jobs. The best HR human resources advice that I can give when hiring the right person for the right job comes from the Quran. When the Prophet Moses, peace and blessing be upon him, was being considered for employment by his future father-in-law, his daughter, the future wife of Prophet Moses, encouraged her father to hire Moses. And please listen to this very carefully. It doesn't matter what kind of a business owner you are. There are two qualities in Prophet Moses that you can apply to any human being if you want the right person to be for the right job. So, because he had two excellent qualities that are to be admired in any man looking for a job: honesty and hard work. Remember the two H's: honesty and hard work. If a person is honest and hardworking, then you've got the right person for the job. And the Quran, this is written in the Quran, chapter 28, verse 26, said one of the damsels, one of the young girls, "O my dear father, engage him on wages. Truly, the best of men for you to employ is the man who is strong and trusty." And that's from the Holy Quran. So every business CEO and HR manager needs these two basic qualities from their staff or employee. That is, the intelligence, talent, degrees, certificates, and qualifications of a person are of little value if there is no hard work and no honesty. Okay? Hence, everyone who is employed by the government and getting their salary from the government, which is mine and your taxes, should ask themselves at least two questions every single day before putting their head down to sleep. Have I been hardworking today? Have I been honest? Could I have done better for the people of this country? The senior government also needs to ask themselves questions and be compassionate to people such as the police, the teachers, doctors and nurses, among many other groups. Are we paying the police enough? Are we paying the teachers enough? Are we paying the doctors and nurses enough? Are we giving them sufficient equipment and resources so that they can do their functions? Is the working environment pleasing, well built and pleasing for them? People are willing to work hard and go the extra mile, but the boss, in this case we're talking about government or any big business or the public-private partnerships, also needs to be accommodating. The following example not only applies to hospitals, but also to schools and police, among other centers. Studies have shown that the brain works optimally when the work environment is conducive to awakening the creative talents of people. For example, are our hospitals, and I'm talking about the provincial hospitals. I'm not talking about the private hospitals, because the private hospitals are fabulous. But let's look at the provincial hospitals. Are the hospitals high-tech, beautiful, clean, hygienic, and well-funded? Can every government hospital pass a hospital inspection test that is of a high standard expected by private hospitals like the Government Gazette R158? If not, why not? Health is a fundamental need in every society. If we cannot treat our sick and helpless, we are really failing as a society. So now with the introduction of NHI, we need to do an audit of all the hospitals throughout the country. I would encourage our media and journalists to go to every hospital and take the document R158 and let's see how we are performing as a country before we implement the NHI. Do police have equipment, training, nice uniform, cars, and other resources? Our schools, well, let us look at our schools. Are they high-tech? Are they beautiful classrooms? Do you want to enjoy learning in that school? Or are the schools run down? Like, for example, I read recently in a very sad situation, there are still pit latrines outside in the toilets, where there's some of these village schools, the rural areas, where the children, 5, 6, 7, they're falling down in the pit latrines and they're dying in there. They're drowning with all the feces. This is not right. As South Africans, this is not right. We must get this. We must get these things sorted out, please. So are the schools high-tech? Are they beautiful classrooms? Extracurricular? Do our schools, and I'm talking about the provincial schools, do they provide music? Do they provide ballet? Do they provide CPR? Do they provide calligraphy, art? In addition to secular subjects, do they have sports fields, swimming pools, tennis courts, and so on? Are we producing Olympic champions? If not, why not? We need to get South Africa going. Remember, it is not a political party who is paying the salary of government officials. It is the hardworking people of South Africa who are paying taxes from their sweat and self-sacrifice. Let's work together to make this country a better place. Stay well and look after yourself. So in this particular one, we're using the principle, which is, let me just go quickly to it, the meritocracy. Hire the right person for the job. Don't hire on nepotism. Don't hire jobs for pals, please. If there's a white person who can do the job better than a black person, then give it to the white person. If an Indian can do the job better than a black person, then give it to the Indian person. But if the black can do it better than everyone else, then give it to the black person. But don't say, okay, I'm going to give this person a job because he's my friend or he's my niece, like what happened there in Sudan. Very shameful. This lady, in part of the Olympic races, she gave it to her niece in a 100-meter race. And it was very shameful. So let's not use nepotism. Let's not use favoritism. For the sake of South Africa, use meritocracy. Hire the best person, the right person for the job, and then we can get the country going right. Okay, stay well, look after yourself.